Alright guys, so today we're going to be doing something pretty simple. We're just going to be changing the valve cover gasket for a Ford car. You guys probably know this model. I don't know if you guys know it, but it's a 1.6 liter, I believe. It's really simple to change the valve cover on this vehicle, just because it's really accessible. There's not much you gotta take off, but let me give you guys a little rundown. So this clips right here are really simple to take off. As you can see, I already took it off. However, all you have to do is just press down on this and then just pull it back, get it out of the way, put it on the side, you know, whatever you need it to be. Now for the coil pack, it's pretty much the exact same thing. For the connector, which is right here, I already removed it. However, it's the same thing. It has a little clip right here you press on and then you just pull it off. Now I like getting that out of the way just so it doesn't, you know, get pinched by anything. Make sure it doesn't get tugged. Look at those wires as well. Make sure they don't look like they're going to rip or anything. And then just make sure everything is good. Now the coil pack is really simple. I'd rather remove it. I mean, you know, you can take it off without removing it. You would have to remove the wires. However, you would have to go into Google, or just make sure you mark each one of them so you have the firing order correct. And so let's see. Now this one's right here, the screws on this, or the bolts, whatever you want to call them, they're 8mm. You're gonna want to use that for all 10. It has 10 in total. Now this one's really simple to remove. You pretty much just tug it up and then put it out of the way as well. You know, put it somewhere. This one is the same. I don't know if they had it like this, so I just grab it, put it out of the way as well. And after you remove the screws, you know, that it has on the sides, the screws that it's holding it, that's pretty much all. You pretty much just pry it to like up. I'm removing this. Awesome, there you go. I'm just gonna put it on my workbench because I'm gonna go ahead and it's always recommended, you know, whenever you're doing a job, or if you're doing this as a DIY yourself, you can always wash this outside, you know, put in a little container. I have something like this, you know, it's a little, I fill it up with you know, maybe some gas, a little bit of gasoline, or solvent if you have a shop or whatever, you know, and then you go ahead and just wash it off, wash everything. That way it's gonna help you determine, you know, once you change it, if you see any leakage, then that's gonna help you determine that, hey, you know, it didn't seal correctly. I just do it also as well, that way whenever the customer gets the vehicle back, they can see, you know, that it was worked on, and they can see it clean, and it just makes you look more professional, you know. Now since I got that off, let me show you what the ones for the coil pack look like. Let me put it right here on the light. It's gonna be a Torx bit. Let me check the number of that. I do have it somewhere right here. Just a second. Let me see where I put that. Here it is. Okay, so it's gonna be a T20 for the, hold up, my Torx is alive, it's moving. Okay, so as you can see right here, it's a T20 Torx to remove the ones that are holding the coil pack. If you have like somebody who put a RTV already on your previous gasket, the one that you're removing, go ahead and just give it a little soft sanding on there, like a minor one. It doesn't have to be a rough sandpaper. Just remove it with like a blade first. Let me show you guys what I use to remove all of the RTV whenever there is any. So I use this little blade, and if, let's say, there was any RTV on here, you know, a gasket maker, I would go ahead and just kind of like move along the whole way, prying it off to make sure that there's nothing on here. So when I put the new one in, I make sure it's as clean as possible, and there's not gonna be any opportunity for leakage. I'm using a 1200. You can see right here, it's really fine sandpaper that I'm using, just because I don't want to make any big scratches, like I said, on the head itself. I just want to remove the little, you know, imperfections. That's what pretty much we're doing. And once that's completed, we'll be able to, you know, finish cleaning the valve cover gasket, because the valve cover, because I haven't done that yet. I wanted to focus on this part, make sure it was all ready, clean the valve cover, make sure it's all good. That way once I put the valve cover gasket on it, I can just go ahead and be ready to install. However, another thing I did want to mention, you guys, is I like having a little thing like a little rag or a little cloth, you know, just because as soon as I'm, you know, doing this little sanding and cleaning the imperfections, I like to go ahead and just remove what I'm already cleaning to make sure it's removing everything that I'm trying to remove. That way, if I see anything, you know, I don't have to come back later. I just go ahead and do it right there in the moment. Which, like I said, this part I'm removing. I don't have to remove it. I'm just taking it off. It's kind of like showing you guys that it does come off, just little imperfections. And then I just go ahead and give it a little wipe on there. See, now it's all better on washing the valve cover. However, one thing that I do want to mention is you don't want to have anything electronic on it, like this sensor right here, just because I don't want it to get damaged, you know, with the gasoline that we're going to be using to clean it. All right, guys, so we're pretty much done cleaning it. Pouring a little bit of gas, you know, generously on top of it. Why? Because all of that dirtiness, I may also be scraping it back on here, but when I'm pouring just clean like that, you see how it just makes everything fall off. Now, you know, this may not be 100%. You know, if you have a pressure washer, it could be good to wash it that way. Once you've done this, just go ahead and pressurize it down to like rinse it or anything. Me, I'm just gonna go ahead and dry up a little bit, give it a little wipe. Once that's that, put it in the sun for a little bit, let it dry fully, and then that's pretty much it. I already have the new gasket right here, as you guys can see. The new one just got here a little while ago. So I'm gonna go ahead and install this once it's dry. Let me go ahead and just get this dry completely. Put the sensor back in there. Remember to put everything back how it was. And yeah, we're pretty much almost done, guys. We're pretty much halfway done already, a little bit farther than halfway actually. And we'll be finishing this shortly. All right, guys. So once we've completed, you know, just cleaning the valve cover. Now the way to put this, you know, it's really simple, straightforward. It has like a little oil passage right here. Now the way I like to do it is I first like to just put in the little pinpoints, you know, these ones that are where the screws are gonna go. I like putting those first. Why? Because sometimes, you know, if you, let me go ahead and remove it for you. If you put in this side and you start working your way like this, look at what happens over here. You know, it doesn't fit anymore. The reason is because you're stretching the rubber, and now it looks like it doesn't fit on here, right? Now, what I do to, you know, just get that to not happen is I first put the edges like so, and then just start pressing down in the middle after a little bit. That way it doesn't look like it gets run down. All right, so this is pretty much all done. You know, this is already finished. I'm just gonna let it sit there and take another quick look at the surface where I'm gonna be adding it to just make sure it's, you know, mostly cleaned out. Like I said, it doesn't have to be 100% perfect. As you guys know, we went ahead and sanded it down a little bit with 1200 grit to make sure it was good. All right, guys, so I'm gonna show you guys another thing I like doing. You know, in the meantime that you already cleaned the valve cover gasket, I mean the valve cover, my bad. I also like going ahead and just cleaning this out in the same, you know, gasoline that we already had on here, just because, you know, they're full of like oil and stuff like that. This is a personal preference to you guys. I just toss them in there. All right, guys, so once you're done cleaning them, this is pretty much the end product. I didn't even clean them for that long. It was probably like a minute, you know, about a minute. I was just moving them around with the brush. Like I said, they don't have to be 100% perfect or anything like that. You know, just to clean them up, make sure they're looking nice. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and start adding them on here. All right, guys, so once you're done cleaning them, this is pretty much the end product. I didn't even clean them for that long. It was probably like a minute, you know, about a minute. I was just moving them around with the brush. Like I said, they don't have to be 100% perfect or anything like that. You know, just to clean them up, make sure they're looking nice. Now we're starting right here. We go ahead and do the one on the back, then we do a cross over here, a cross over here, a cross over here, a cross over here, and so on. You know, it's kind of like you get the point, you know. So you gonna go ahead and do it that way. That way you're getting an even out pattern. Let me go ahead and just place them on their spots. So it's kind of like that, you know. Like I said, it has 10 of them. What I do is I just grab this. Like I said, it's gonna be an 8, as I stated earlier. You should be able to see it right about there. Now I just go ahead and prime them with my hand just to make sure they're going straight. It's something really important that you learn along the way. Always start by hand, because if it feels, you know, like it's going cross-threaded or whatever, you can actually feel it. And if you go with the ratchet, you're putting more pressure on it, and you may just put it in incorrectly. Right now I'm just getting them close. I'm not even tightening them, so I can just do it like this. But once you're starting to get them like real, you know, snug on there, they don't even have to go that tight either. Remember, this ones are pretty much attaching this plastic to the head, the cylinder head, so you have to tighten them snug. Okay, so it's kind of like, once you feel it tight, you give it a little tiny more, and that's it, you know. Okay, so we're getting kind of close now. I'm gonna go ahead and just grab, for this one, I'm gonna go ahead and just grab my ratchet. Another thing I like doing is so okay, in this case I'm grabbing my ratchet from here and just giving it light pressure like this. The reason for it is because, okay, so if you're grabbing it from here, you have less strength, or less what you call it, tension, or less strength that you're putting into it for it to be tightened. Now if you do it from here, it's gonna be a lot, you know, smoother. Now since I'm getting them close, I feel a little bit barely of tension there, which is not a lot. I'm barely putting any strength on this. Now I'm going across and doing the other one. Like I said, I'm trying to put even pressure on this, so there starts feeling a little bit tension, you know. It kind of stops by itself, so that means that it's getting tension. Now this one, as you can see, it doesn't really stop. Now it's starting to stop. That's a little bit of tension. Now I'm gonna go to the other one. All right, guys, so we are done with the valve cover gasket swap right here on the Ford car, the 1.6 liter, as I stated earlier. Now I'm pretty much already done with the sensor. We went ahead and put it back, reconnected. The connector is really simple. You guys saw me do it earlier. You just pretty much just clip it back in. It's gonna do a little click on there to know it's secure. You can also do a little tug on it, you know, nothing crazy. Make sure it doesn't come off. Now once that's done, I went ahead and put this back on here. You know, this is pretty much just a vacuum line. This is a breather going from the valve cover gasket back into the intake manifold. Now this one, you know, we're not gonna see it connected yet, but it's really simple. All we have to do is put the air box back in there, adjust this you know, to be back tightened, put the little line back in there. The line is gonna be this one right here. This is the line that goes on there. This is the box that we're gonna be removing from here. It's pretty straightforward as well. It only has a few clips that you remove, and then you take it right out. Now I went ahead and also put this back on here already. I'm gonna go ahead and add a picture on here for you guys for the firing order. If you guys decide to not remove the coil and just go ahead and remove the 8 mils from this area and just leave this on and remove this, I mean, at the end of the day, you're still gonna have to take it off if you are doing the cleaning of the valve cover. If you are not, then don't worry about it. You don't have to remove it. Just go ahead and take off the wires, the 8 mils, the connector, and then, you know, just everything else from that. You're pretty much done. You know, just unclip this as well, remove it, put in the new gasket, slap it back on, plug everything back in there. Now, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and add a picture right here at the end, a little bit before the end of the firing order of this. That way you guys put it correctly. Thank you so much once again for checking out the channel. If you're not already subscribed, if you're new to the channel, I would really appreciate if you go ahead and click that sub button. But yeah, thank you so much once again, guys, for watching the video, and see you guys next time.